I moved to Mars.
So we're pretty young.
Wasn't
But,
really close to her,
yeah,
but he's
she
renowned
seemed,
for
she was
his
very
voice.
good
He's
at
the
lessons
only
and
dude who just
she
made these noises.
much taller, looked really exotic. She acted, we all thought of her as kind of like a teenager. She acted much older. And yeah, we kind of became friends pretty early on. And I always had a really good time with her and, you know, thought she was really nice and was kind of innocent about it. And then later on, people kind of started
sort of very passively aggressively mean to me, just stupid things like, oh, well, when I was younger, it was like, oh, Karen, I just think you're too skinny. I just think blah blah blah. And like, why don't you do this? And the random shit like, but you know, you don't take that much notice of it when you're younger.
And he looked a bit like the penguin. And so he lost his talent, and he didn't seem to recover for a while. The whole second year was kind of right off. He became kind of smelly, unkempt. His hair was weird, and not many people really spoke to him because he didn't have anything to say.
Kind of like sort of like that kind of obnoxious. Looking back at it now, that kind of obnoxious sort of know-it-all liberal type family. They were vegetarians, which is fine.
That's the way it was. Which I always really resented the fact that I was friends with him. And then so eventually opportunity came my way to, you know, ditch him and get better friends, which I kindly took on.
By Jay, and they were going out for ages, and very hot and cold kind of relationship, you know, emotions running fucking high all the time, and like whatever.
Literally go to a house party over near my house. So we went along, we had no drink or anything, we were kind of young. You know, we split one wife and after that.
Now he's running
So we went in and had a drink on.
And then again, people started telling stories about her, about her mom finding her naked with their pet dog, and she was doing things to it. So I don't know if that's true, but it kind of makes me think the things that she said she used to do with boys.
He'd gone away to Holland for a year, and he came back and he was different. He spoke like a surfer. He wore these coloured shirts. His hair was gelled, and he had this new confidence.
Being horrible, that like women. I was always just kind of on the lane side, to be honest, that it was just like, oh well, you know, this is what I'm going to do.
Am I going to blacken his name? Yeah, why not? so I'm not voting for it.
You know, doing all those really, really innocent things. But yeah, I think, you know, with other girls, she used to play different types of games of, like being in bars, and I think things got a bit weird, you know.
She anyway turned out to be in our college, so then it was just like, oh, hi, how are you? And it was very difficult to kind of be even civil because the past and all that.
What? This xenophobe right-wing cunt. And none of my friends are going to vote for him. And it's absolutely absurd. And friends I know...
Every time I meet him, he seems to be getting progressively weirder. I mean, the last time we saw him, just as an example, we saw him in Whelan's. He looked like a 90s German DJ or something. He had like blonde shaved head, earrings. He was...
what everybody else saw and what I saw. And she kind of disappeared as weirdly as she arrived. You know, she just vanished when we got to about 10. And nobody ever heard from her again, saw her again. Yeah, and I don't know where she went, you know.